35 years ago, I bought a tree. I spent 15 months cutting, gluing, cold molding until I had a beautiful yellow boat. To make a wooden boat by hand, it takes 10,000 hours. I work for 16 to 18 hours a day, like a crazy animal. That's why I named her Breskel, which in my language means galloping horse. My ancestors and I have been seafarers and explorers for as long as we can trace, but none of us have ever sailed through the Arctic. This year, I want to be the first one, and to take on the Everest of sailing, to ride my galloping horse through the Northwest Passage, a navigation that has claimed the life of thousands of sailors. I will have to sail 6,000 miles from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean through a constantly moving maze of Arctic sea ice. Our gateway was Upernavik, a teeny island in the north of Greenland. There was not much there, but a few polar bear skins, a small port, and a handful of ambitious sailors waiting for the ice to melt to cross Baffin Bay. There, I met my hand-picked crew of experienced sailors. Eric is a French engineer on a sabbatical from working on the Amazon drone project. He even made us an autopilot system from old junk he found at the scrapyard. Shannon left a high-pressure job to sail around the world on the Clipper boat race and retrain as a nurse. And finally, this is Joe. He is an accountant. Together, we made final preparations and waited for the right moment to leave. My hands are frozen. It's a beautiful weather, but gosh, the water is cold. Alors là, je suis en train d'essayer de fixer la pièce d'étrave parce que en fait, la glace entame mon étrave. Le bois est entamé, donc pour protéger le bois, j'ai mis une pièce en métal. Yesterday, when I told my neighbor I was wood, he said, "Wow, that must be a strong wood." I said, "Yes, it's a strong wood." That boat is only 45, I am 51, I am 12 ton and she's 22, so it's 10 ton difference. No wooden boat goes through the Northwest Passage. 90% of the boat are aluminum or steel. I hope we won't get stuck in the ice. I know that can damage the boat, I have no doubt about that, and I know I have a chance to lose the boat, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We're gonna be starting a pretty big trip now. We are at the door of the Northwest Passage, so welcome. Thanks for being with us, and I'm very happy to have you guys. Now I choose that special team because I count on you to make it. I don't have in my mind the fact that we back off. No way. Okay, so we have to make it. We do 1 hour watch, 1 hour wheel. Then that should give you about 3 hours sleeping. If you fall overboard, you're dead. Water is so cold, we do not have time to yell man overboard and maneuver and come to pick you up. No chance. You will fall only once. So do not fall overboard. It's not allowed. And it's very important. It's not, yeah, I'm joking, but it's very important, believe me. If you have any problem, like for example, I don't know, one morning you wake up and you don't like my face, just tell me. Just tell me. Okay? It's a very special one, so let's enjoy it.
What's special about today, Joe?
We finally leave.
Who leave?
Oh, there we go.
We do.
Yeah, we will.
Today.
We will one day. Ready to go? tourne? Ah non? Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? We don't have any steering.
The connection to the wheel must have jumped off.
There is never problem, we only have solution. The solution is to make the wheel work.
So how far did we get in the Northwest Passage?
One
We
good
barely remove one line. But no worry, I know the boat by heart. I know exactly what's going on. The problem was not a problem. You see now I have a wheel. It's not turning no more like free. See you over there! Have a safe trip! And so, just like that, we began our voyage across a glassy sea into Baffin Bay. The first challenge that we had to cross before entering the mythical Northwest Passage. We were following in the footsteps of countless legendary explorers who had tried and failed to find a passage for hundreds of years before us. Only a handful of wooden boats have ever successfully made it to the other side. Breskel felt like a teeny mouse compared to the mountain of ice around us. You have to understand, this has been my dream for years, and this would be the biggest adventure of my life. We were so far north that the sun only pretended to set, only touching the horizon before rising again for the next day. By the time the morning came, we were surrounded by a maze of frozen ice.
Left 5 degrees. This is Baffin Bay, and this is the first of the ice. If you hit a big one of these speed with this boat, I don't know what will happen, but I don't think it'll be very good. They can cause damage, even the small ones. After this iceberg, we go left on the left-hand channel. Go left, left, left. This looks easier.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I was so excited. I've never seen anything like this before. Growler are these smaller chunks of ice that fall off the bigger icebergs and then slowly start to melt with the largest portion of them underwater, so you don't want to hit them because they would be like a rock.
How big is this ice field?
About 60 miles long, 60 miles wide.
60.
60, yes, 60.
And how long?
1,000 miles maybe, even more. From south to north, yeah, easy 2,000 mile ice field. And then after that, we're gonna find clear water up to Lancaster Sound.
In the 1800s, one of the first expeditions, it took 2 months for them to get across the bay because the ice was so thick back then. It's uncomparable to now. It should take us 3 days.
10 years ago, we have been told by the Greenlandic people they could go from Greenland to Canada with a sledge and dog. Pretty amazing to think that 10 years ago you could do that.
Yeah.
You know, Baffin Bay, to find the ice pack, you have to go way north. You don't find it here no more. That's for sure.
We thought all the ice was done with for the 4th time now.
What was that?
Big chunk of ice, like a roller.
So we have to cross a big ice field. And I don't know how many miles it's going to that ice field. I was not expecting that at all, but we are learning. I don't see any open water.
How long has it been?
Have you seen the land?
Yes!
Ah, come, that's it, you see it, huh?
Land ahoy!
Oh, Canada!
Canada! Oui!
Pretty windy, huh?
Yeah.
I think we have a good 25
yeah.
knots now.
Yeah, I think so.
It's time
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
new
we have a good 20-25 knots, easy. I'm glad I see you all attached.
Paragraph 3. We would also ask you to remember that any magical activity which risks notice by members of the non-magical community is a serious...
You release it! Sweet!
Oh, no! Stop! It's ripping! It's ripping! Olivier, I'm full left! We're being swung round!
Now you cannot go this way. Keep going forward.
Yeah. Soon we'll get back into the crawlers. If we go too far this way, there'll be more ice.
So we just need to avoid this one.
How high is the hole? Like, does water come in when we're pitching like this?
I think a liter.
We're about 70 miles from Arctic Bay. It's the nearest like actual settlement or town. So it'll take like 10 hours easily.
Everyone said car.
It doesn't help to panic, does it?
Ah non, il faut le marquer.
Yes.
1 6 we could not do it. Eating an iceberg full power at 7 knots, it's ridiculous. It's so cold, I was trying to take avoid it. No, we didn't do a good job. We made a big hole in the hull.
That part was kind of
That's,
a bad start. But he did well. Let's fix it. I mean, we'll fix it.
Coffee?
Well, I have to go back to the bow first. Because I have some water I'd like to get rid of. Then I have to put the chain back. I'm not finished.
With a sip of coffee before you go.
I'm so pissed because I was so happy to get out of the ice. And I didn't see that son of a bitch. It happened exactly what happened to the Australian. Les Autrichiens. Avec les différences, et nous on défonce la côte. The hole is about big like that. It's plenty enough to sink. Now it's about 2 o'clock afternoon, donc 12 hours. 12 hours ago and we are still on top of water. We came here and we knew it. We knew it would be very hard and we know it's not a tourist area. We know it's hard. But we knew it and I perfectly know I have a chance, a risk to lose the boat. I know that. But I'm gonna fight as much as I can. Believe me, I don't want to lose the boat and I won't. We're gonna go home. In less than a day, the sea had returned to glass, and it was hard to believe that we were in the same place that was trying to sink us the night before. But we knew we had a lucky escape. If the hole was 6 inches lower or 6 inches further back, we would not be afloat. We headed for a small settlement called Arctic Bay to rest, make repair, and stock up on supplies before continuing our passage. First stop for the Northwest Passage. As a matter of fact, before you heave to, when we stop the boat, I empty the water through the hole, you know.
I
Yeah.
saw the water flying out the hole.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's doing us some good.
No, I was emptying, pushing outside as much water I could to be free to work. Now the goal is to keep going and fix it, repair and patch as much as we can and keep going. Make the hull in the front as strong as it was, and we're gonna make it and keep going. We cannot stop the trip here, so we have to keep going. I think I slept 3 hours and 36 hour time. So it's not much. No, I'm lying. I slept 3 hours and a half, you said.
Yeah, we had something like that.
It was a grass matinee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to go to bed now. I'm dead. I'm completely dead.
Through it, and then we'll peel it off after. If
Oh no, I've left it really far behind.
no, you haven't done, have you? Oh, you have. You're not gonna be able to pull it.
No. Look, let's not ask questions, okay?
I'm trying to glue the hull back to where it belonged to. That's a piece of the hull. You see, yellow, right? And after we do the repair, we're gonna be, if the ice melts, we're gonna be able to go. But I won't decide, the ice will decide. You know, the problem in this country, we do not decide. Ice decide for us. That boat is it's my life. I mean, without that boat, I'm nothing. Fortunately, I have a nice family, but even with a nice family, I need a boat, and she's my boat, and no way to change. And I'm so happy with her. You know, she has been drawn by my dad, and she's a beautiful boat. And anything happened to her, it happened to me. So it's my heart, it's my soul. Like I said. A boat has a soul. But this soul is hurt, so I need to fix it. That's it. The boat is completely my life. Yeah, I have two things in my life. I have my family first, of course, and I have the boat. Yeah, you know, I spent 33 years with her. And I built her, so it's, you know, it's very powerful. Some people don't understand, but I don't care. Whatever think people, I don't care. What matters is, to me, I'm nothing without my boat, like I'm nothing without my family. It's pretty weird. That hurt pretty bad my heart. Believe me, it's worse than getting a punch in my face. That's pretty bad, that's for sure. But you know, we are in a pretty dangerous area. We know it, and one mistake is not allowed.
So we received this letter, and it says, due to heavier than normal ice concentrations in the Canadian Arctic waters north of 70 degrees, the Canadian Coast Guard recommends that pleasure craft do not navigate in the Beaufort Sea, Barrow, Peel Sound, Franklin Strait, and Prince Regent. Operators of pleasure craft considering a Northwest Passage should also consider the risk of having to winter in a safe haven in the Arctic, or in the case of an emergency, be evacuated from beset vessels. Safety of mariners is our primary concern. Regards, Canada.
So what do you think, guys? On my own,
I think it's just a message to say be careful.
it's more than that. It's more than that.
It looks like it is blocked up on the 13th of August, but it doesn't look that far away from being free.
You forget one thing is we are not any further than 3 weeks to get frozen again, freezing again. And I'm afraid by the time we spend to go to Cambridge Bay, then we're going to be about a week just free to be able to keep going, and the week won't be enough to go all the way through Nome. Because if we have any ice to go through, there is no way we can do it in a week. So the red is 9-10, so absolutely impossible to go through. The brown is 7 to 8 tenths, impossible to go through. The yellow part is 4 to 6 tenths, so for Breskel it's not possible.
How many boats do we know who are doing the passage?
I count about 15.
And it looks like half are gonna back up.
Yeah. But we don't know the position of the other one.
Yeah.
We know only the 6 boat with Balthazar. So they all met and decide if by the weekend there is no improvement on the ice, they will back up.
I mean, I think we can imagine 2,000 different scenarios, but it was just taking bet at this point. And it's true that it could not open. It could be the deal for every single boat this year in the passage. It would just not go through.
I'm concerned by the safety of the boat and go through the winter with the boat. Because backing up, it's a lot of miles to back up to be on a safe place. Two spots we cannot push is Lancaster. Is still a pocket of red ice, and then south there is about 60-65 miles. No way we can push right now.
60 miles out of 5,000.
Yeah, but 1 mile is enough. 1 mile red 9/10, no way we can go through. But right now, yeah, it's a huge decision to make.
All things aside, like the hole in the boat, this is the hardest thing. Is
It's
sat
the
here
hardest for me.
doing nothing for 12 days. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's more than boring. I mean,
Well, it's
I would rather go forward instead of back up. But what do you think?
for me or for Brescal, because those are different. I always would go forward instead of back. I mean, that's the direction I like to go.
I'm not ready yet to give up. I want to try.
I'm leaving Arctic Bay.
We are leaving Arctic Bay. We maybe have a chance to go through. I don't think we have a lot of chance. Why don't you do that with the camera? Once again, we left our shelter and headed out into the frozen unknown. We had already experienced the terrifying power of the Arctic and felt vulnerable in our little yellow shell. Ahead of us, we knew that there was still 60 miles where the sea was completely blocked. The chance of success were growing weaker by the day, but we all agreed that we had to try.
Got a little infrared thermometer, and at the moment, about -4, -5 when you point it at the water.
The Arctic is very special because it's cold. It's very cold. It is a no wind or storm. I love it. I cannot explain to you what I like. I like everything about the Arctic. It's a wonderful place, but it's not without any danger. It's not without any risk. You cannot relax here. You are not allowed to relax. As soon as you do that, you get trapped. A lot of boats this year. We were 15 boats. And over 15 boats so far, nobody did it. Everybody backed up. We have only 2 or 3 boats who are still trying to do it, but everybody else back up and turn around and back to Greenland or Newfoundland.
We're so far north that you're really close, or relatively close, to the magnetic North Pole. And what that does is it deviates the compass, so the compass is basically, you can't really use that for navigating. You can use it to like get a heading and a rough idea, but you can't use it for anything reliable really.
Après j'irai sur le petit qui est là-bas à gauche.
Et là, je suis ouvert. Prince Régent est complètement bloqué, quoi. Hein. Ça s'ouvre absolument pas. Il n'y a rien à faire. C'est complètement fermé.
Tu penses faire quoi, à toi?
Dominic is going back, and Mark is going back,
Which boats are they?
and Morgan is going back.
So all the boats.
Everybody is going back, and we are going back. We have no choice. Nothing will open. Absolutely nothing will open, and we have no choice. I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. So we could go all the way down to here,
Then you're stuck.
but then you're stuck. Then you're stuck. And right now, Atka, I don't know if you heard about Atka. Atka is a boat specially made for wintering on the ice and everything, and that guy already wintered several times, and he's stuck right there. So far everybody is backing up.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic made his decision and he's very clear. And he's saying the alpinists who went through Everest and could not make it, at least they are alive because they came back. Whoever tried to make it when they could not make it died. And he thinks if we keep insisting, it's a big risk. And I don't know how we can go through that. Even that, I don't know how we can go through that here.
No way. No.
There is no way we can go through
It's
that.
too risky.
Even if it's, you know, we were in July. If we were in July, I would say, yeah, let's go here and up to here and let's wait.
Yeah.
That I would do it. But now we are almost end of August. I don't know how that can happen.
What would happen if we got stuck?
We lose the boat. We lose the boat. No. So it's pretty bad. Just bad luck. You know, those guys are very, very experimented.
Mm-hmm.
They have 1,000 of miles behind them. They have a lot of experience on sailing.
Shaman.
I don't have choice. We tried. We tried very hard. But not much we can do. In the end, the Arctic had made our decision for us. Winter was approaching fast, and we were losing 45 minutes of sunlight every day. To escape to Newfoundland would take at least 17 days. If we wait any longer, we would be stuck there for the winter. We had already outstayed our welcome in the ice. It was time for us to leave.
It's all got too much, get me out of here. We can't get confused with the anger and lies.
Not flat here.
Not at all.
I need some space to breathe if we're to survive. 'Cause I'm finding the silence for some self-control, and to hear myself think and understand all I know.
The big rolling waves.
All I know, all I know, all I know.
So beautiful.
And now you've left with good reason, don't deserve any help. I'll have to work my way back to find the love I felt.
No shallots.
Oh yeah, we shall.
Oh, we have some small onions.
I have
It's
to
the same,
say,
right?
No,
Olivier,
it's
what's the difference between a shallot?
They get really offended by it.
Self-control.
It's exactly the same difference between a cow and a horse.
I would have not explained it better.
Never listened to you properly when you said you wanted to be mine. But if you'll be with me again without the noise, I know we'll survive.
Hi, I hope you enjoy the film as much as I enjoy the trip. I want you to know the Arctic is one of the last truly wild places on the planet, and we need to protect it. The Arctic has been the biggest goal for the explorer for the last 200 years. Freighter and cruise ship are already using Northwest Passage, and in the next 30 years, we will be able to sail over the North Pole. Everything that makes this film so beautiful will be gone forever. Our children will have to imagine what used to exist on top of our planet. Do not let one of humankind's biggest source of inspiration melt away. Fight climate change as hard as you can. Thank you.